भजे श्री विघ्नराजं भजे श्री विघ्नराजं भजे
Today, we gathered here to celebrate 164th birth anniversary of the world-renowned civil engineer, Bharat Ratna, Sri Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, who was instrumental in conducting dams, big dams, across the country and acted as a chief engineer for the flood production system of Hyderabad. He was instrumental in charting out a plan for road construction between Tirumala and Tirupati. At the age of 90, on the invitation of the former Prime Minister of our country, Jawaharlal Nehru ji, he designed Tungabhadra project on the river of Ganges near Patna. 3 companies, space-related companies, came forward to our university to establish centers of excellence. Anand Technologies Private Limited established one center of excellence in space science and technology. SEC Industries, this is another space company, established a center of excellence in autonomous systems. And one more leading space company, Nukan Aerospace, agreed to establish a center of excellence in defense technologies. I am happy to say that Vignan University has collaborated with more than 100 institutions and industries located in India and abroad.
We have to question ourselves at this moment whether the current engineering education meets our industry needs of tomorrow. At this moment, the answer may be no. Number of students interested in pursuing engineering education is increasing year on year. However, 70 to 80% of the students are opting admissions in computer science and AI related programs other than core engineering programs. Core engineering programs are suffering due to lack of enrollments. By looking at the current trend, our country is going to remain good at building IT solutions and import the skilled engineers in other disciplines from other countries maybe very soon. So how to address the tomorrow's engineering industry needs? So this is a big challenge for all of us. So one of the solutions could be the multidisciplinary approach as far as the learning is concerned. So our institute has been encouraging the students to develop IT and the AI skills for quite long time. So now this is being organized. This is being offered as a minor program, especially as an integral part of the BTech program. So our institute encourages research excellence and innovation through several schemes, such as faculty immersion program. The faculty are expected to undergo the industry experience by working for a period of 6 years, and the same experience has to be imparted to our students. That could be one way to build the industry skills and make our students industry ready.
Bharat Ratna Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya is a testimony. His biography is a testimony what an engineer can do to a nation. What politicians can do to a nation, we have clearly understood. But generally, we will forget what an engineer can do, what a scientist can do, like that. And in fact, he has shown us what is the meaning of an engineering. Frequently, we will come across the definition of an engineering. Engineering is finding a solutions for the societal problems. Or if solution is available, finding a best solution to a societal problem. He has shown us what an engineer can do by addressing so many societal problems as given by our Dean. He has built dams, he has constructed roads, given the solutions for various problems. Fortunately for us, mostly students, we are having a living practitioners here. Actual practitioners of engineering are your faculty members. Faculty members are having their own research to practice their whatever the fundamentals they are having. They are having their research problems and they are continuously upgrading their skills to meet the industry needs, and they are giving those skills to you in the classrooms. They are going to industry, like our Dean R&D has told just now, spending 6 months there. They are learning the skills, they are coming back, and they are giving those skills to you for the students. So those are the actual engineers. Our faculty members are actual engineers. Those are all our continuous pressure to practice whatever the skills they are having, finding the solutions for that their problems. Their problems are your problems. You came from diverse backgrounds, you are sitting in a classroom, and they are finding the solution how they can transfer the technology to all of these background students, apart from their research. And how you can become a good engineer. What Visvesvaraya has done, he has found the solutions. Instead of searching for the solution in ChatGPT, find a solution on your own. 4 years, most of you are first years, 4 years you are going to stay here. In these 4 years, use your time productively. Try to develop the skill of critical thinking and find the solution.
As we celebrate this day in honor of Bharat Ratna Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya Garu, I want you all to remember 2 points from this. The first thing being, when Visvesvaraya Garu was designing and constructing the Krishnaraj Sagar Dam, he was the first person to design the automated floodgates for the dam, and he patented them in 1903. And we are talking about this in 2025. So that is the power of such great engineering work. So whatever you do, whether he is not amongst us anymore, but we are talking about his work for so many years. So that is what you need to understand here. So if somebody as great as him could do this in 1903, I don't think sir had as many teachers as you have, or as much as technological help that you have, or AI or anything. But he still didn't stop himself from creating something which was not created by anybody. So with all this help and resources that you have today, just take 1 minute and try to analyze what all you can achieve, because you're all much smarter. With human evolution, it only gets smarter with each generation. So you are the smartest lot right now. So just imagine what you can do if you put your heart to it.
So all of you are aware that you are celebrating this day as the commemorate of Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya Garu. So who is awarded with the highest thing, Bharat Ratna, and also contributed a great thing during those days, irrigation projects, which was also taken by the other European countries also. It is not big dams like Nagarjuna Sagar or Bakranangal. It is a small thing, very cost-effective things, and useful to the society, useful to the agriculturists to maintain the water position. So those days, that was the most difficult part, and this experiment was, these sluice gates and other things was taken by the European governments also. And another thing, his great contribution for Andhra Pradesh was when Visakhapatnam port was constructed. So there was a continuous erosion. Many engineers from world over have come and not able to do it. He has given a very simple solution: sink a ship there. Oka ship ni akkada munchandi, so adi it stops the erosion. It was done. It was, it was a real solution for the Visakhapatnam port. In the same way, I know all of you are aware that he has lived more than 100 years. So that is the great man he is, and we are all happy to celebrate his birthday as the engineer's birthday. But what is the spirit you have to take it from him? The spirit, all of you as engineers should take the, you have to find the solutions for the social problems. That is what he has done. And I'm sure this 21st century is, very prominent for two reasons. One thing is the whole thing, any activity is technology oriented. Every activity, be it agriculture, be it medicine, health sector, or be it pharmacy sector, anywhere, the real development is the development of technology. Yeah, if you take the healthcare, nothing much was there as the medical this thing. The whole development is the scanners, X-ray machines and other machines. It is all the technology oriented. In agriculture also, what is going to develop is the technology development. Every field, every walk of life, this century would be known for the technology, support in every activity. So that is the beauty of this century. And for the existing technology, if AI is added, that is the real beauty. Real beauty. So that is one part of, one thing of these special features of this century. The other special feature of this century is the power of the woman. Yes. So far, all the activities were done with agriculture or other activities were done by muscle power. Now we are going to do, in this century, we are going to do with mind power. Mind power is equal for both men and women. And they are more patient, they can work better and all that. This century would be empowering the woman. This is what is going to happen during this century. So, and technology and also technology empowered women would be the special features of this century. And all of you should take the spirit of Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya garu. When the problems are around you, always the problems are around you, but always we we fail to see them, we fail to observe them. For example, so a challenged boy is there, he is struggling hard to move. So normally what we do is we sympathize him. We never see what is the technological solution for him. He is going around us. He is among us. He is there with us. But we never think of it. So what is the technical solution for his problem? That is the whole problem with us. This is, the problems are around us, but we always miss that. That is the very reason, though we are supplying 25%, 30% of the engineers to the world, but we have not discovered one product from this country. Not even one product except Paytm. That is the sad part of it. The good part is we are producing almost 25-30% of the engineers from this country. Fine, that is a good part.
This era where we are trying to shape our India's future, one of the most important sector of the country is the strategic sector. So there are three major fields in the strategic sector of any country in the world. One, space. Second, defense. Third, atomic energy. These three sectors drive all other sectors, associated fields, and all the technologies associated with any related fields. So these are the driving force for the development of a country. Anything happens to these sectors, the country breaks down. So these are pivotal aspects. So let me take you back to the history. In 2020, we got a major change in our ecosystem of space. That was the introduction of private companies to participate, where Honorable Prime Minister Sri Modi ji accepted the fact that we have to create private space ecosystem which will move in leaps and bounds the entire country forward. So in 2020, when the new space policy was introduced to the private people, companies like Skyroot Aerospace and many other companies came forward and tried to do space activities. Finally, in 2022, we made the history on 18th November 2022. It was goosebumps. Let me take you back to the night on 17th night. I couldn't sleep at all. I was in the guest house of Sriharikota. Lot of tension in the midnight, whether the launch will take place successfully or not. On the day of the launch, in the podium with lot of dignitaries, lot of people who had the trust in us and put investments into Skyroot Aerospace were also present in the audience. Whether it will take a successful launch or not. So the attempt, what we have done, where we proved lot of things for ourselves, was also the attempt of many fields of engineering. Never aerospace contains only one field. It's culmination of all core branches of engineering and some computer science as well. But it was a significant milestone where we were completely speechless. The successful launch of Vikram S. It might be a few moments for you to watch on the stage or on the videos, but it had the effort of hundreds of people who were working at the back end. The truth, what you saw was only few seconds, but there were a lot of people, lot of engineers working in the back end. So now some of you might think we are aiming for our orbital launch towards the end of this year. So in this era where we have a lot of AI, why do we need engineers? So let's talk about that in a few minutes again. But whatever we see, the experience and execution is what matters. So whenever we try to build a product, it's not one branch of engineering, it is all the culmination of all branches of engineering which comes back. So today I have seen all the beautiful products what your people are making over there, what the students are making. There are a lot of equipment in each of your laboratories. All these equipment can be made inside India, especially by you people. Look at an equipment which is gone defunct. Try to make an equipment similar, same one again. Be it mechanical engineering, be it computer science, everything can be automated. You can improve upon that. And that is what is needed currently in the country. We don't want to be dependent on the tantrums of different countries, on the tantrums of different geopolitics which play a major role currently in the era. So you can do that. You are the future of our country. So that is only possible when you think out of the box, create smart solutions. And that is only possible when you use AI as your assistant. AI cannot create objects. AI cannot mine on the moon. AI cannot create products. It is you who have to do that by using it 100%. So that is the challenge what we have to start.
ఎందరో మహానుభావులు అందరికీ వందనాలు. These are the great words of Tyagaraja, the great saint and social reformer. And here I would like to remember the chairman of this institution, Lavu Rataya Garu. He is also Mahanubhavu and visionary. Because he is a visionary, he has created such a wonderful institution here, which is serving the aims and aspirations of the people of this region, and such a wonderful environment and such a wonderful institution here, where he has connected this institution to best of the industries and within the country and across the even beyond the country. And first I should say, starting from humble beginnings, he has built such a great institution. Not only this institution, I understand he has built many more institutions across Andhra Pradesh, who are, these institutions are serving the aims and aspirations of the people, not only of this region, because people from abroad also come here. Today I interacted with one student who has come from Zimbabwe here to study. And sir also started from humble beginnings, and that is what visionary is. And coming to his family, his son is a second time MP. It is not easy to become a people's leader, because we as government servants, we work in an institution, we work in a setup. Whereas these leaders, they have to create a system, create institutions, and serve the people, win the trust of the people. That is what they have done. It is a family of achievers. It is a family of visionary and great leaders. So let us congratulate and compliment and with great respect salute them for doing this and creating such a wonderful thing in this region. Then coming to Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, we are celebrating his 58th Engineers Day. He was a great leader and he was a very disciplined person and adhering to timings. Time means time. Actually, I would like to narrate one incident. He had the practice of rewarding students who perform well among his relatives or somebody. And like that, somebody had performed very well in some 10th standard, and he had called to his residence to reward him. He used to give a prize, and he used to give the opportunity of having a dinner with him. And that day, that person reached he had given time. Time means that much of time, importance he used to give to the time. And he came little delayed. Then Visvesvaraya had finished his lunch, and then he had told the other people there, okay, when he comes, you give him lunch and then I will talk to him. And the prize money also was reduced by 25%, because it is the message that we have to give, what is important and how much importance we have to give to time. And work was worship for him, and he gave great respect and this thing to the competence and capability and skill. Work was worship for him. And talking about ISRO, I find a great similarity between Rataya sir's family and ISRO's aims. ISRO was started with the intention of making living better for humanity. What a great objective. Our founding father, former leader, Dr. Professor Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was a great visionary. What he has done in a short living, he lived only up to his age of 52 years. And in that limited years of his living, what he has done, it is very difficult to imagine also what all he has done. He founded the Indian Institute of Management. He founded Physical Research Laboratory in the country. Then he founded ISRO. And ISRO started just in few years from the time India got independence. And at that time, people didn't have basic amenities, basic infrastructure. Food, shelter itself was a problem. And at that time, and as you know, the space sector, it takes a lot of money, lot of investment is required to do something activity in the space sector. At that time, he could convince the leaders of this country that we must be second to none in the application of space technology to serve the needs of the people, to make living better from humanity. He had such a power of convincing, because that was the personality of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. So we have great cultural heritage, that culture that is still rich in ISRO, and that is how we have come to the level of present preparedness.
When Nadagouda started, he started so beautifully that the space mission here in India did not focus on defense, but it focused on service to society of India. That is what has got to be important. Now, as young engineers, you have got to seriously think whether we have got to give importance to defense sector altogether. The defense sector is only because of the doomsdom of the neighborhood. If we can overcome this, if the whole world can overcome this, naturally our investment onto defense can always be diverted into the welfare of the entire society. That has got to happen. I do not know when it is going to happen, maybe 50 years, maybe 100 years, but that's what has got to happen, number one. Number two, as Nadagouda has mentioned, the entire space has been only because of the welfare of the total mankind, plus looking into the possibilities beyond the earth. These are all very interesting aspects that one has got to remember. Now, obviously, I liked one statement today. One statement which I read this morning, that heaven does not happen by talking. Heaven does not happen by talking. Heaven happens by walking the talk. Heaven happens by walking the talk. Obviously, you have got to really walk. You have got to really get into action to create the heaven. That's exactly what Lavu Rattaya garu also mentioned, that there are plenty of problems around, but then looking into each problem and understanding the each problem, converting it into a solution which naturally has got to overcome the doomsdom is the most important part. And finally, engineer's job is only to create wisdom. It has got to be there, and that's what it has got to happen. Surely, the other most important point is impossibility. All these people, particularly when Dr. Nadagouda was speaking today, he mentioned very categorically that there is nothing impossible, provided you focus on what has got to be delivered, you focus on how you have got to be important in solving the problem. So impossibility should never be thought about at all as an engineer. Well then, the challenging question which Dr. Lavu Rattaya garu raised is also important. In spite of so many engineers, have we developed a product? Have we developed a product? Obviously, after Visvesvaraya, anything which has happened in this country is naturally the space technology. Nothing short of that. So space technology, which has risen to the level that it stands now one in the top 5 nations of entire globe, is not a very less achievement. So it's a great achievement.
The speakers who took some time before me have elaborately spoken about Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya garu, and if not, you are in the first year. If you are in the second, third, fourth year, you must be hearing about it many times. And you must have heard about his story, how he has worked until the age of 100, and how he has been building lot of, he was building lot of irrigation projects, drinking water projects across Karnataka and Andhra at that time. And more than that, one word I can explain or define him is, he's a man who saw the future. When I say he saw the future, now we are talking about 2 states struggling for water, 2 countries struggling for water and fighting for water, but he is a man who saw that might happen, that will happen, and the water will be the most important thing, and that needs to be secured. He saw that 150 years back, and he worked on that problem. So he is a man who saw the future, I say that. Students here who understand numbers much better than others, and you also have a lot of good talent on searching for the right information. So I want you to search. I'm sure you must be using Google search, or my bad, you must be using ChatGPT these days. So whenever you have time, just ask that app a question. The question is, what industries, what software industries, what large software industries, whose shares are going down in the last 6 months? Just ask that question to that. The first answer will be TCS. Went down by 17%. The second answer will be Infosys. It has gone down by 12% in the last 6 months. Both one of the major companies in India, and both these shares have gone down drastically. And more than that, more than the share value, more than that, they have been relieving lot of their staff, lot of their engineers. So again, you have this search engine in your hand. So ask that a question: why all these major software companies, why their shares are going down, and why they are relieving the manpower? So the answer that you will get is, and that is very relevant to you also, not only relevant to you, relevant to this institute also. The answer you get is, AI is being taking over, and a lot of jobs are being taken over by that, and whoever has not upskill themselves, they have been slowly weaned out. That is the answer that most of these search engines will give it to you, and that is the truth. From here onwards, we pivot to these new growth engines. We pivot towards this new industry 4.0. It will be a really bad struggle for every one of us. Not only for you, for the students, and for the institute also. Again, search it. Which are the industries in the last 6 months? Which are the sectors in the last 6 months which are doing very well? Again, it will give you an answer. The answer will be the AI companies are doing very well. Robotics and automation companies are doing very well. Semiconductors are doing well. Electronic manufacturing is doing well. Smart mobility is doing well. EVs are doing well. Battery technology is doing well. These are all the industries in the 4.0. So unless you upskill yourself, unless you be relevant to these industries that I mentioned, if you just confine yourself, say, I want to just do the programming, I think it will be a really large struggle going forward. So I request you to, it's not just a speech that I'm giving you or advice that I'm giving you, you do your research, you do your search, and find out whether the questions that I want you to ask and the answers that I am trying to give you are truth or not. 100% it will come out to be truth. So for yourself, you experience it. Unless you pivot yourselves into this direction, wherein you make yourself relevant in these sectors going forward, it will be a really bad struggle going forward. Because whatever you are studying in the first year, by the time you go out of the fourth year, it is going to be not very relevant in going to the industry.
जनमनाधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे